All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be my first YouTube video. 2025 is going to be a big year. I can already feel it. God has truly confirmed it to me in my heart with everything he's done in the past few months. I'm definitely going to be posting more videos about that in the future. But for this video specifically, I wanted to touch on something that has really started to be, implemented in my heart lately as far as how I can better obey God and follow his will. And that's the fact that we get the freedom and God gets the glory. So what does that mean? Go back to a time where you've had goals for yourself, but you never really knew how to tackle it or how to achieve it or even why you're doing it. You just randomly saw someone doing it online, or a family or friend just told you, hey, you should start this business, you should, apply for this job. And you never really had a clear cut direction on life. You were just taking things by how they were coming. And even if they were something that you thought that came to you naturally, like, yeah, I want to do that thing because you're passionate about it, it's very rare that we're able to follow through with those things on our own. Especially when it comes to, let's say you want to hit the gym, or you should be eating less, you're too out of shape. You know that these things are good for you, but for some reason you're not able to follow through, even if it is, a good thing. So why is that? It's because we tend to look at these things, and what I found often is that when we do these things on our own, we don't really have the strength to follow through. And even when it's about like doing things for other people, let's say, I don't know, you're with your mom and she tells you go do this thing, or you have to do something for a relative, you can't follow through with it because there's something that's always holding you back from fulfilling whatever good you want to do. So much less with yourself, much less with other people. So going back to that whole notion of God gets or we get the freedom and God gets the glory. What I mean by that is that if we really want to start doing things and seeing them come into fruition, it's only going to be by the power of God coming into our lives and having Jesus transform our hearts from the inside out. So what does that look like? It looks like you're not really relying on your own strength to carry things out, because you know that you're going to fall short. There's certain things in life that you are going to be able to do them, and then other things where it's like no matter how hard you try, no matter how much of a habit you try to build, it's just something that it's not coming naturally. So what I've learned through scripture and through my walk with Jesus is that when you surrender your heart's desires to him, these things, he starts working miraculous ways in you that it's really hard to explain. That no matter how disciplined you think you are, you're never going to be able to really put your best foot forward, because it's that sin in you that's holding you back from living a fully potential life. So with the whole God gets the glory, we get the freedom. We get the freedom of realizing that we're not so pressured. We don't have this pressure on our backs by ourselves, by society, to achieve these things, because we know that Christ, with what he did on the cross, and knowing that he wants us to live in communion with him, that he's going to be our sustainer. He's going to be the one that's going to be pouring himself into us in order to achieve these things. And the thing is that, yeah, we're achieving these things, but it's not like before. It's not like we're achieving these things just because we want to feel good about ourselves or we want to impress other people. These are not never the ways. It's not ideal to attack these things with that mindset, because it's all in vain. You know what I mean? And so when we let Christ really work through us and we just surrender to him and tell him, listen, Jesus, I want to do this, and it may not be for the best reasons, but I just want to give it to you because I know I'm not doing the right steps, and I'm not going about it in the right way. So when we just release that to him, we're free, and not in our own hands. we're just free from the pressures of society. We're free from the negative thoughts that creep in from the opposition, and we're just able to tap into that creative potential that God has implemented in all of us. He wants us to live a good life, and he wants us to abide in him, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to truly live up to what he had in plan for us. So next time you're thinking that you have this pressure on top of your back, and it's tough, because listen, we're all humans, we're all trying our best, and there's just certain things that we're just not able to do on our own, because when you're alone with your thoughts, they start creeping in. You want to hit the gym in the morning, and you just can't manage to get out of bed, or whatever it may be. Always know that Jesus is with you, and he's really carrying you through whatever it is you're going through, whatever the difficulties are. He's gonna be the breath of fresh air that is gonna take you from A to Z at the end of the day. So I hope that really serves as a word that you can always rely on, knowing that he's gonna be the reason that you're able to achieve these things, and it's all gonna be for his glory, because this is how we're truly gonna be free as human beings. Hope that helped, and God bless.